Yes. And they have on here 3, I think.
Yes, three, and we would like the court to be aware, I do have a letter from the AG. That at the time of this situation, because we did not have a commercial license. This is not involving a commercial vehicle, one was injured. And so, and I also reviewed the other statute dealing with the marijuana. We believe he meets all the criteria to have his conviction set aside. Despite a little bit of background, he went to Ypsilanti High School, is currently working to complete his BA in communications, minor social work at EMU. He is gainfully employed with the packaging company Smurfit West. That's 1.4. He has an 18-year-old son, is raised and just started college. He has a valid driver's license. He said that this conviction and others have hindered him from employment. He's trying to get a job at the Washington County Sheriff's Department. He said that he has done volunteer activity coaching Little League Braves. He's known in the community. His father is a retired teacher. Actually, I met him when I was teaching over at EMU, and his father reached out to me to recruit me to come help his son get his record cleared up. He said his father is really impressed on him to right and wrong and setting an example for the younger people, and so that's part of why we're here today.
All right. Davis, anything you want to tell me?
The last time I was in court here, working in a good experience. It's more.
It wasn't a good experience? Was it something I did?
No.
Okay. Yeah, okay, all right. Just check.
I just wanted to let the court know that I am looking for redemption. I believe in change. I believe in second chances. And I'm asking the court to give me that and understand that I have changed. From when this happened, I was in a bad place. Losing my mother, and also just trying to deal with the separation of family. When the matriarch passes, family tends to splinter, go their own way. So I was dealing with that by myself. Anyone who has lost a loved one knows how that feels. It's hard. It's hard. So I've talked to my dad many, many nights. Convinced me to continue my education at EMU, which I am. I am on track to graduate spring of 2027.
All right.
These charges are the black eye on my history because they're not who I am as a man. There are mistakes made by me, but I want to correct them. And I want to move forward, but I also, most importantly, want to set an example for my son and the younger kids, and allowing them to see and understand that mistakes will be made, but that doesn't define you as a person. What defines you as a person is what you do to correct those mistakes. And that's what I mentioned.
All right. You were a coach?
I'm an assistant volunteer coach for the Little League Braves, which is a football at Ypsilanti. I came up through that system, very proud of it. I played at Ypsilanti High School. I graduated in 1991 with honors. Went on to EMU to play football there under Jim Hartman when he was there.
Yeah.
Also Ron Cooper.
So you're just going to leave all that out, huh?
But I wanted to, let you know, because when you open the folder, it doesn't tell my story.
That's it.
To understand that I'm not what you see or read, I'm sorry, in that vanilla folder. It's a whole lot more too. And, like I said, this is me trying to redeem myself.
There may be a lot of judges that look at defining people by what's in this file. I know after all these years that that's not how people are. And it's amazing to me because the greatest thing for me in this job is some years later when I may run into one of the people that I sentenced or stood before me, and I get to hear what they're now doing. Because that tells you it doesn't just end with this. And it isn't how this isn't how somebody's defined. And people can either take what happens here, stop their life, continue on a certain bad path if that's what they want to do, or they turn around and they start beginning to do the right things. And quite frankly, they have a harder challenge in doing the right things than most people that don't have this, because you're fighting against this both externally and internally within you, because you got to change your definition of who you are, right? Okay. So you graduate in 2027,
2027 finally.
and then you'll get a degree in what?
Communications is my major. Social work is my minor. I have been trying to seek employment with Washington County, whether it's with the youth detention center or here at the jail. I will continue to try to seek employment, but again, I need the courts to help me with that.
I think if anybody gives you the time and just listens to you like I have today, I don't think that should be an issue, quite frankly, in my opinion. But you know, I don't rule the world anymore, though, do I? No, no. Okay, I had to give that up. Anyway, all right. Well, that's fantastic. So I'm going to have to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to check into something, and I'll explain why in a moment. But an opportunity haven't been given for the Attorney General and the Washington County Prosecutor to contest this application, and there being none. The court does believe that the circumstances and behavior of the applicant from the date of the applicant's convictions to the filing of the application do warrant setting aside the convictions and is consistent with the public welfare and justice. And therefore, I will grant the petition. I'm going to have to do this in two ways, and then I'll have my staff check on it. I will grant the petition as to count 1 and 2, the driving while license suspended from 2, well,
Is it this you fear because of the marijuana?
no. Well, I don't know what hang on. I don't know what count 3 was. So, well, I'm going to do it this way. Oh, I can find out from here. I'll grant the petition as to count 1, the possession of marijuana, and as to the driving while license suspended, count 2. We have it that the registration plate charge, which is not listed on here, because you have 2 driving while license suspended. So as to all 3 of those charges, I think I will grant the petition. I have 3 charges in case ending in 1735. I will grant it as to 2 of those, which I think are the 2 that are on here, because count 3 had already been set aside by MSP, the court. So I'm going to grant it in that fashion. We'll straighten out the order to make sure that we have that. And if we got to get the other file, which I think we do,
I'll take a look.
I'll grant it as to that file also, although not called today. Okay. So we'll do it that way. You're welcome, sir. Take care of yourself. All right.
Have a great day. It was good seeing you.
I will have a great day. I don't know about them. But thank you, Ms. Coy. Court does call the case, people versus Wardell Smith. No, why do I have this one?